Hi everyone, happy Pride. How are you?
Very good.
Cool. I'm freezing. I don't know what I was thinking when I left my place. But yeah, my name is Francesca. My pronouns are she and her. My preferred pronouns are I and me. Like myself quite a lot. Like to talk about myself. Like to receive a lot of attention. Like to be called an amazing talent, as I said it before. Love external validation. That's why I'm here today. So I really hope that by the end of this, you're gonna like me too, unless you like me already. Yeah. I find myself at the moment in a weird place in my life, where sometimes things get a bit confusing. Main reason being my age. Because at the moment my age is exactly in between 22 years old and 50 years old. And I'll leave you some time to do the math. Now, you may have guessed what my age is. Is there anyone around my same age? Please
Yes.
raise your hand. Nice. Anyone older than me? Okay. Anyone belonging to the other group? All right. Cool. You can take notes eventually about what I'm about to share, because it's a bit confusing being there in the middle, and it's not only the thought of it; it's just my body giving me mixed signals. Last week there was something off with my eye, and it wouldn't go away. So I go to the doctor, and then she checked, and then she said, "I have a very dry eye." Which I'm like, wow, for once in my life, I'm not crying on a daily basis. I'm getting like a dry eye. But then I asked her, what is the reason? She's like, well, I don't know, because usually it's old people that get that. I'm like, okay. Also, I do not have many white or gray hair, to be honest, but I do see how, as the time goes by, I find them more and more often. Not only on my head. Which I have to say it's pretty cute, but still it's a sign that my body is changing. But at the same time, I keep on getting pimple on my face. Which I thought, we were over at that phase. Also, I have a steady job, I send all these professional emails, and I even manage people. I own an apartment, I do all the adult shit. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. And still, when I'm in bed, I find myself Googling whether applying toothpaste on my pimples would actually work. Which I can tell you it works, because I tried. In all of this, I also have a uterus. So it'd be expected that by this time I have kids, or at least I have this strong desire of maternity, and to pursue some form of lifelong commitment, which honestly I do not really have towards kids, at least, or towards the idea of pregnancy. It's not my field. But it's not that I'm afraid of lifelong commitment, rather the opposite. Plus, I can feel the biological clock ticking. That's why a couple of years ago, at the respectable age of 34, I started to get tattoos. Because they are also for life. They're also painful. They also cost you a lot of money. They're also very cute as soon as they're done, but you never know how they age. Actually, they can age pretty bad. And sometimes you even regret having one. But we usually don't talk about that. In all of this, I'm also single. Yeah. This is where usually I would like to have an applause. Thank you. Especially because it's very difficult to imagine that I'm single, because I'm clearly a very good catch. But yeah, at the moment that's how it is, and I'm enjoying, because I really, like the independence that comes with being single, and that's basically it. this year I also started to, for example, travel by myself, and it was really fun. Although I must say that there were some moments where I would feel a little bit out of place, a bit lonely, especially when I wanted really to have someone next to me to take a picture of me. Because now I have my phone is full of horrible selfies. And one of the worst thing about being single, to be honest, is dating. At the moment, I'm not even dating. And I was thinking about that, and it's been a while that I haven't been dating really like on a consistent basis. I've been mainly like first dating. I go on all these first dates. There's never a second. But at the moment, I'm also gonna take a break from first dating, and especially from dating apps. That's really like for me a winter kind of. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's for me really like a winter kind of activity for when I'm bored, there's nothing to do, and then that's when I'm scrolling on the apps. But now I'm like, yeah, it's summer, like it's bright season, so I'm just gonna, be outside and have a very good time. I used to say the same last year. Then I met someone on a dating app actually, and we went on a couple of dates, and then I fell in love, and then she dumped me, everything in 5 weeks, which then cost me I think 5 months of therapy or something. But then this year I'm being a little bit more careful, right? Also, I'm completely losing my train of thought. Let me check. What did I want to say? Oh yeah. One thing about being single is that then I become very comfortable with my independence, and then I become also extremely picky, and then everything is like a red flag. Everything is a turn off. I start to talk to someone, and straight away I'm like, this is never gonna work. Like lately, I was talking to someone, and she seemed cute, and then I got overexcited thinking about summer, and I'm like, so, what are your plans? Are you going to any festival? And then she's like, well, I've never been to a festival, nor I'm interested. I'm like, ooh. Okay. Oh, that's a red flag. Time for ghosting. So that's how it ended. But that's to be honest, it's something new. Maybe it's related to age. I don't know what that is, because in the past I wasn't that picky. Actually, I remember, especially a few years ago, I had this glorious slutty face. Like the minimum requirement was that the other person wasn't clinically dead. And it was a lot of fun, It wouldn't necessarily lead to something outstanding, but it was really good stories, especially to tell your friends. One of the things that I missed the most about that slutty phase, besides of course being late on a regular basis, was that my apartment back then was always so clean and so tidy. Everything was shining on a daily basis, because you never know. I even had a collection of herbal teas. Because you gotta make an impression. So yeah, that's what I miss, and that's why I think it's time to go back to such a thing. And changing completely topic, because it's not that I only want to talk about myself, I only want to talk about things that maybe are more relevant for everyone. It's Leo season, right? Anyone is Leo here?
Aren't you?
Okay, a few people. Everyone has their birthday today?
Oh no.
That's not true. I know when it's your birthday. Okay. But all right. I honestly have no idea what Leo season means and what astrology is in general. However, in case it wasn't clear, I am a lesbian. I am and identify as a lesbian, a queer woman, overall a huge dyke. And feeling a strong sense of belonging to the queer community, I think that I have the responsibility and the moral obligation to know at least the basics when it comes to astrology. Right? Because I find astrology is for queer people the same as cryptocurrencies for straight men. It doesn't matter whether you understand it or not. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. You gonna engage in a conversation. You need to show interest. You need to show that you are on top of the topic. So lately I found out that besides our core sign that I think is the sun sign, we have several signs. There's also like a rising sign, there is also like a moon sign. And in order to calculate them, you need to know the exact time of your birth, which I couldn't remember by heart. So I asked my parents if they could check, and first of all, none of them could remember either. Then they started to remember, but they couldn't really agree on which was the exact time. So instead of addressing that, I was just pushing them and asking, can you please go to the municipality and take the documentation, because I need to have that piece of information. I never confessed why I needed that piece of information, but eventually I got that piece of information. And if you have paper, pen, a phone, you can take notes, because I'm about to review. So it happens that based on my date of birth, I am a Sun Libra. Woo. Thank you. I am a rising Scorpio.
Oh.
Yeah. And I am a Moon Gemini.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Yeah. So I've been. Do you want a match? Oh yeah. Okay, you too. That's good. So I've been googling a lot to understand, based on all these scientific sources, what is the explanation of it. I think that we are a little bit out of time, right? So I'm gonna just shorten it for you. But then the summary is that it stands for perfection. This was my time. Thanks, Asli, for organizing the evening. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy. Ciao, ciao.